enjoyed having dinner with you.
Let's do what you said. Let's do what you said.
I haven't. I know. Brand new lifts. Like I said, I can't wait to see it. Yeah. No, I need to. I really need to. That is really neat.
Mitch.
I'm not used to such quiet, guys. How do you know why she's the best tourism director in the All right. You guys doing well? How you handling the cold?
Making snow.
Love it. Come on. It's a cold morning here. Guys, nice to see you. Senator, how are you?
Good
to see you. How are you? Good to see you. Guys, good to see you. Hey, delegate, how you doing? You got some wonderful delegates down here, and I always love coming to this part of the state. I've tried to come pretty regularly here, and you guys make it very easy because there's so much beauty in this part of West Virginia. It's such an easy sell to tell all West Virginians, and quite frankly, people from across the country to come to visit wild and wonderful West Virginia. Today, I get to say welcome to Winterplace Ski Resort. It's an amazing place, and we're here today to celebrate the official beginning of the winter season, although I think it probably began a couple weeks ago. But we really want to welcome the beginning of the ski season in West Virginia. The next couple weeks are actually really big for skiing in our state, and that's been growing in popularity over the years. Joe, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. But there's no better place to celebrate the winter holiday season and, quite frankly, ski season than right here in West Virginia. And we're here at a wonderful place, Winterplace. But there are a lot of other great places as well where people can come visit and could spend time skiing. And as fresh snow continues to make its way across the mountain state, we know that there's a lot more winter adventure in our future. Timberline Mountain opened on December 4th. Snowshoe followed the very next day, December. And Winterplace, I've been told, opened the next day on the 6th. Now, I don't think I normally like to say this, but thanks to cold temperatures and strong snowmaking efforts, all 5 of West Virginia's ski resorts are now open for the season. And that means that there are excellent conditions across the state. Now, many people may not realize this, but winter tourism plays an important role in our overall tourism efforts, and this season is already shaping up to be a very good one. We're projecting more than 18.5 million visitors will come visit the Mountain State this winter to see firsthand what makes a West Virginia winter wonderland. And that momentum that you're seeing here during the wintertime, that's actually part of a broader story with tourism. And really excited, Chelsea's here. She's been at work for so many years doing great work on tourism. She really is the linchpin in making this happen. I know she had mentioned, and I talked about it earlier this year, that the West Virginia Department of Tourism announced that our state had surpassed $9.1 billion in annual tourism economic impact, and that's the first time ever. So kudos. Pretty cool. Visitor volume reached 77.2 million travelers. Is that right? That seems unbelievable. With visitors spending $6.6 billion, and that's a new all-time record. That's actually a 4.1% increase over 2023. So tourism is alive and well in the Mountain State. Now, visitor spending is now 28% higher in 2019, and that actually far outpaces the national recovery rate and proves that demand for our unique West Virginia experiences continues to grow and grow and grow. And when it comes to tourism, you guys hear me talk a lot about the backyard brawl. West Virginia isn't just participating in the backyard brawl, it's winning it. Now, tourism growth benefits all West Virginians. Last year alone, tourism generated $1.1 billion in tax revenue. It's pretty amazing, with more than $619 million going directly to state and local governments. Visitor spending reduced the tax burden on residents by nearly $859 per household. And I'm told tourism now supports over 61,000 direct jobs. That's about 15% of the economy, and that doesn't include all the restaurants and the other ancillary businesses that really rely on it. West Virginia, we're committed to tourism, whether it's the winter tourism packages we're talking about today, or what had happened, I think our very successful efforts when we kept the national parks open, right? We did that when the government was shut down. I think the feedback on that was very, very positive. My administration is strongly committed to having tourism continue to be a wonderful success. Now, each of our ski resorts plays an important role in making that happen. We know that Timberline Mountain, nestled in the mountain town of Davis, that offers more than 20 trails for all skill levels and a high-speed 6-person chairlift. Snowshoe Mountain features over 60 skiing and snowboarding routes, snow tubing, horse-drawn carriage rides, and a lively village filled with shops and restaurants. And if you've been up there, you know it's an amazing place. You know, and here at Winterplace, conveniently located, it's a great place for people to come visit. Visitors enjoy nearly 30 trails, 2 terrain parks, and the longest snow tubing run in West Virginia. How long is that? Who knows the answer to that?
Ooh, it's probably 800 feet, but it's definitely the biggest and fastest for sure.
That's pretty cool, right? Awesome. So West Virginia is proud to be recognized as one of the best places in the country to learn how to ski. Our resorts offer outstanding learn to ski programs, so any young people that are watching right now know that you have an opportunity to take in some lessons and really operate on some beginner-friendly terrain. In fact, Winterplace has been recently named USA Today's 10 Best as best place to learn how to ski and one of the best places for snow tubing in the nation. Pretty good. But winter magic in West Virginia isn't just limited to the slopes. Everywhere across our state, you can find a unique experience in West Virginia that works well for you. And we know that families can come and make incredible memories that will last a lifetime. Now, later this week, we also have another iconic attraction. That's up at Blackwater Falls. There's sled run. That's the longest sled run on the East Coast, opening on December 18th and operating through March, weather permitting. So for all those who haven't booked yet, anyone planning a winter destination need only go to wvtourism.com and you're going to get soup to nuts, everything you need to know about our parks and the amazing things around us. And I hope if you're watching in West Virginia and you want a couple extra days, take that time off. You have incredible experiences. But if you're out of state and you're watching this too, please come on in. This is an amazing place to come and play and spend some of your holidays. And to sweeten the deal for a number of people, we'll say visitors and West Virginia residents can save 15% on stays of 2 nights or more at our state lodges and cabins this season. And all you have to do to make that happen is use the word jolly. So, this is a lot of good stuff. And you can go to wvtourism.com and use that jolly word to take advantage of all the savings. Now, in addition to our tourism department, I also want to thank our Department of Highways for all the good work they do, because they keep our roads safe and accessible throughout the winter season, and the West Virginia Ski Association for their continued partnership as well. Really appreciate it. So what a great day to be down here after the recent snow and all the cold. But it really is my pleasure now to turn the mic over to someone who's doing just a wonderful job across the board. And I'm just so pleased she plays such a critical role in my administration, Chelsea Ruby.
Thank you, Governor, and thanks to all of you for being here. It almost feels warm if you stand over here by the window. But I want to thank you all. It's exciting to be here to celebrate winter tourism. I've been in this position a little over 8 years, and I'll tell you at one point, winter tourism was only 5-10% of our total visitation, and today I'm thrilled to report that it's over 20%. So this is a big deal for our state's economy. The governor gave a lot of numbers and talked a lot about growth in recent years in the tourism industry. And if you were listening to that and you've been watching TV, you might have been a little confused. There's been a lot of news recently that's talked about chaos at air traffic control, international visitation being down, lots of stories about big cities like Las Vegas being down. And so you may be thinking, how is that happening but our tourism is up? And I'll tell you that we're really grateful that we're seeing a different story play out here in West Virginia. So as the governor said, tourism numbers last year topped $9.1 billion in total economic impact, and we are on pace to beat that again this year. That is a record for our state and something we're really excited about. So why are things different here in West Virginia? I'll tell you, I think there's 2 big reasons. The first one is continued investment. Thanks to the governor and the legislature, we continue to have the opportunity to market across the country. So we're still a hidden gem. There's still a lot of people out there who don't know all the things that make West Virginia almost heaven, and we've got to have the dollars to put our message out there and compete with other states. And we're so grateful for all of you giving us that trust in those dollars to continue doing that. But I'll tell you that it actually goes a little bit further than that. It's not just about investing in marketing, it's also investing in our infrastructure. So we've continued to invest in our state parks, all kinds of new investments there, and we're seeing a lot of private investment. So right here at Winterplace, Josh and I were just talking about the investments that they've made over the last couple of years. Millions of dollars in snowmaking equipment. We are seeing a new project getting ready to open at Snowshoe, another multi-million-dollar project there. Snow Riders in Harper's Ferry opened up last year, a new facility. Timberline did a huge remodel and a huge upgrade just a couple of years ago. And then out Wayne, we've got another winter project that's being built there. So we're really grateful to all the folks who are continuing to invest to help us grow this industry. But at the end of the day, the reason that tourism in West Virginia is growing is because of the experiences that people get when they come to West Virginia. we have one of the highest return visitation rates in the country, meaning that when people come to West Virginia, they fall in love with the state and they keep coming back over and over. That's not because of any ad that we're doing. That's because of the experience that all of you here today are providing when people come to your communities. So thanks to each and every one of you for what you do to provide the greatest hospitality in the country and to keep folks coming back year after year. But before I turn it back over to the governor, I want to switch gears a little bit. The last time the governor and I were here in this area, it was at the beginning of October, and it was the first day of the government shutdown.
Yeah.
And states across the country were scrambling, especially states that have fall foliage, because they didn't know what was going to happen to their tourism economy in the fall. Within 5 minutes of talking to the governor, he said, we're keeping the parks open. We are going to keep the national parks open. We were the first state. It was a huge decision. It was an investment that really paid off, and I haven't even shared this with the governor, but just this morning I got the numbers, and visitation to the New River Gorge National Park and Preserve in the month of October was up 25% over the previous year, which was an all-time high.
Hey!
So, Governor, I want to thank you for continuing to be a tourism champion, for continuing to allow us to invest, and to all of you here for helping keep the economy go. So we're excited for this season and look forward to some more snowy days ahead. I'll turn it back over to the governor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I didn't know those numbers, so what a wonderful support that by being the first in the country to make that decision, that we could get out in front, and what a difference that makes. So that's an amazing park, and we have so many unique experiences, and I do think that makes a difference. One of the things I'm most fond of saying is that I used to be one of those people many, many years ago, 35 years ago, who would come visit and spend time here, and after doing enough times, I moved to West Virginia, and I think you're going to hear more and more experiences like that. And so tourism has so much untapped potential, not just for the tax revenue, but when people have a chance to get to know our people and to see the beauty of our state, I think more and more people are going to come and make an incredible difference. So happy to hear that news. Now I'd also like to turn it over to Preston Klein, who's the president of the West Virginia Ski Association, for some remarks.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for being here, and thank you for Governor Morrisey and Secretary Ruby for your continued support to the industry. And thank you to all who assist our industry, including Secretary Ruby and her staff and the DOH workers that gain access to our resorts, like the governor said. I just wanted to point out 4 things, and these 4 things are what I think make West Virginia unique and the experiences memorable in the state when it comes to winter sports. First, it's mid-December, and all of West Virginia areas are open due to natural snowfall and consistent cold temperatures, like the governor said. This includes our cross-country, sledding, and tubing destinations as well across the state. We currently have the most open terrain in the region. And all of these areas and destinations provide a really unique experience at each one of them, which makes us a unique destination in itself. Second, the millions of dollars in snow surface investments across the state, as Chelsea Ruby pointed out, from snowmaking systems to state-of-the-art groomers, even such groomers being at our cross-country destinations as well. The investment, expertise, pride of our snowmakers and groomers across the state separate West Virginia's destinations amongst other snow sports destinations across the eastern seaboard. Third, our people. From ski area staff to our local communities, being our local retailers, restaurants, lodging facilities, these destinations and that West Virginia hospitality provide a true dedication to tourism in our state and providing a memorable winter experience that's unmatched to most areas around the country. Fourth, our product. I already mentioned our snow surface teams providing a consistent, reliable product no matter what Mother Nature may throw at us. But as we stand here on December 15th, West Virginia has some of the best conditions in the continental United States. And that's just not being from West Virginia and being an operator in West Virginia. That's from ski area media across the U.S. I was just on a call with most of my colleagues across the U.S. and even in Eastern Canada, and I'm in my office on a Zoom call on Friday, and outside my window looks a lot like you see outside this window, and they see the piles of snow, and a member from a resort in Utah said, "Wow, Preston, it looks really good out there." And I responded by saying, "No, it's not good. It's great. You should come ski West Virginia." Thank you.
Well, that's awesome. Now, I'd also like to turn it over to Josh Faber, who heads up Winterplace here, and look forward to hearing you, sir.
Yeah. No, I just want to thank everyone for coming out today. I greatly appreciate it. We've all put in a ton of work all summer long, all of our ski areas and different recreation operations. And once we finally get to see our guests come out and enjoy those hard work, all the effort put in, the sweat, blood, and tears, it makes it all worth it. And I had a bunch of other fun stuff to say, but I just want to tag on to what they kind of mentioned. You know, I'm relatively new to the state. I've only been here, this is my 5th winter, and I was here a couple of weeks when I very first moved here. We moved across the country, and I'm out in the woods on my mountain bike, and I stopped for a couple minutes. And I looked around, and I said, this place is special. This is really cool. And from that moment on, I made it a focus to try to drive as much traffic to our area as possible. And it's not just for Winterplace, it's for our local community. It's to be able to provide jobs for our local community. All of these things play a huge part, and that gives us a lot of pride in what we do. So I'm very, very thankful for that. On the flip side, what Chelsea mentioned, you know, all of the hard work you guys have done to continue to drive tourism is amazing, and I love it, and I want to get as many people to our state as possible. But the big key piece, and I preach this to our staff over and over again, is every guest that we have come to Winterplace, and I know everyone else feels the same, is when they leave, I want them to have such a good time that they feel obligated to tell a friend.
Yeah.
Feel obligated to make a social media post. Tell a neighbor, whatever it is, to tell people about this place and to come up and enjoy, be it Winterplace, Timberline, Snowshoe, wherever, because we do have some amazing opportunities in this state. And I'm super, super excited for this winter. It's off to an amazing start. Very excited, and let's get as many people up here as possible. And the trick is, let's get them to come back again, because that return rate is what it's all that matters. If they come up and they don't have a great time, it doesn't do us any good. We got to get them back, and we're going to do a good job, and I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Well, lots of great news here during the winter time, but it would be remiss of me not to mention something we had announced a while back and we wanted to follow up on. As we're talking about skiing and we're talking about our winter wonderland, we always thought we wanted to bring us back to West Virginia's Monster Trout Contest. And it's nice to do that because we try to do this contest and we know so many people in West Virginia love it so much. And that's because DNR every year, like you guys stock 35,000 pounds of trout and 6,500 pounds of monster trout. And Brett, how large are these monster trout typically?
Between 3 and 6 pounds, and a few even went a little bigger than that.
That is pretty unbelievable, right? So what we did is we tagged 100 monster trout, and anglers who caught one, submitted a photo online, were eligible for prizes. Pretty cool, including state cabin stays and Bass Pro Shop packages. Really neat thing. And through that process, I'm pleased today to announce a winner. Michael Waugh, a night shift coal miner from Clarksburg, who says he caught his monster trout on the Sutton Lake of the Elk River. So really neat thing that he was able to do, and we want to congratulate Michael Waugh for winning this monster trout contest. So a lot of good things on the horizon for Virginia. I'm really thrilled for the upcoming weeks. leading up between now and the State of the State, January 14th. I think we have a lot of really wonderful announcements that are coming through. But I do want to make sure we're always celebrating our amazing tourism industry and the people that we have here in the state. You know, this is an area where we're doing very well in the backyard brawl, but you don't want to just rest on your laurels. That's why we'll continue to invest. We'll continue to let more people know about this amazing unknown gem and use that to really help grow our state's economy, lift our standard of living, and remain that shining state in the mountains. So with that, I'd like to ask, first of all, any of the legislators want to say anything? Roland, Eric? These guys are doing good work for you. I want to say that every time they're just working and looking out for this region of the state, so I really appreciate it. All right, with that, I'm going to open it up to any questions that the media may have. Sorry? You want me to do it outside? Annie tells me I should do it outside. Then I'm going to do it outside. You guys ready? All right. Thank you so much. Hey, yeah, absolutely.
Pleasure.
They want to get a good view with the skiing, so let's accommodate that.
Thank you for your support.
Nice to see you.
No Mountaineer ski mile?
Well, probably not that. Probably not that. Oh yeah, nice to see you, Michelle. Thanks for coming.